$1,500 into a bank account. The interest rate of the investment is 7.2%. How much money will she have after 5 years? So for this problem, we'll assume that the 7.2% is an annual interest rate, so once a year she'll get 7.2% interest. So how much will she have after 5 years? Well, in order to figure out the end amount of an exponential growth or decay, we first take the initial amount. The initial amount is given by 6,500. Then we multiply that by the interest rate, or the rate of growth, or the rate of decrease, growth or decay. So in this case, we have a 7.2% rate of investment, which is an interest rate, so it's increasing. Notice that 100%, because she gets to keep her original money, plus the additional 7.2%, means that her account is actually going to increase by 107.2%. So we're going to put a 1.072 here to represent her 7.2% increase on top of what she had before. And then we're going to raise it to the power of however many years into the future we need to go, which is 5. So we have 6,500 times 1.072 to the power of 5. So I'm just grabbing my calculator here and typing that in. I have 6,500 times 1.072 to the power of 5. And if you tried this on your own, hopefully you got the same answer I'm getting here. I'm getting 9,202.107. So I'll round that to 1. So it looks like after 5 years she'll have $9,202.11. Okay, so why don't you pause the video and try this next one here on your own. Suppose that I just bought a laptop computer for $1,250. Each year my computer loses 23% of its value. How much will it be worth 3 years from now? So assuming you pause the video and try this out for a second on your own, what's my initial value of the computer? Looks like it's 1,250. Then it is suffering a loss here because they lose value over time. So if I have 100% to begin with, but I lose 23%, that means I'm only retaining 77%. And notice as a decimal, that's 0.77. So inside of my parentheses here, I'm going to have the exponential decay of 0.77. Okay, that's corresponding to the 23%. And how far in the future am I looking? Looks like I'm looking about 3 years into the future, so we'll raise that to the power of 3. And so we want to calculate 1,250 times 0.77 to the power of 3. And hopefully, if you're playing along at home here, you got 570.666. So I'll round that to 67. It looks like that computer is now worth $570.67.